welcome to a get to know me tag. So I am filming this video just so that I can answer a few questions nobody asked me, but I just feel like it would be a nice way to get to know me. And yeah, and I've got my husband today. He's also going to be answering a few questions because he does appear on the channel quite often, and we're always together. We're always, most of the time, he's around when I am filming YouTube videos, so it only makes sense. So yeah, we've got our drinks. Cheers, baby. Be happy. We've got our drinks. And he made us a nice little cheese board. I don't know what it's called. I know it has a name. I just don't know how to pronounce it, but yeah. So we're gonna be snacking, answering a few questions, having our favorite drinks. What are you drinking?
Juice.
Yeah, so we're gonna be having our favorite drinks. And yeah, let's get into it. You don't have to go like line by line. You can choose a favorite question. How should we do it? Should you ask a question, then I answer, then I ask you a question, then you answer?
I think I should ask you all the questions.
No, it doesn't work like that.
Okay. Alright. So do I just choose any of them?
Yeah, you can choose any question you want to start with. Oh, I think, okay, before we get into those questions. So, my name is Zena, and I was born in Eastern Cape, in a small town in Umtata. I have 3 siblings. No. I'm one of 3. So I've got 2 siblings. Don't look at me like that. Okay, guys. I also do have other siblings. Okay, let me start over. I've got 4 siblings. I've got an older brother, my sister, another brother, then it's me, and it's my
Little brother.
Little brother, yeah. It's my little brother. So, yeah, and I grew up mostly with 2 of my siblings and my mom. And my mom still stays in Eastern Cape. And then my sister and I would stay in Pretoria. My little brother stays with my mother back in Eastern Cape. Yeah, basically that's all there is to know about me. And then, yeah, tell them about you.
It's the same story basically.
Yeah.
I'm from Eastern Cape also.
Yeah.
Initially, well, I was born in Tata.
Yeah.
And then moved to Pretoria when I was 4 or 5. That's around 94, 95. And I've stayed there all my life. So that basically makes me from here in a way, much more than I am from there, because I don't even go back there. The only reason I've been there in the past 2 or 3 years is because of her. I've got nobody there. Well, I don't visit them.
Okay, cool. And you are number what of what?
There's many of us. So the last born effectively was adopted because he was my sister's child. And that would make us video? How many? 6 children?
Yeah.
And yeah, there's 6 of us. And I'm number
5.
That's my. Do you count people that have passed away?
Yeah, I mean,
So
they're still part
sister,
of your family.
Then there was my big brother.
Mm-hmm.
Then there was someone else. Then there was my other big brother. Then there was me, so I was number 5.
Mm-hmm.
Then there was Ololo.
Yeah.
Then there's Bonk.
Well, Bonk is your nephew.
Well, he's adopted, isn't he? He was my brother, his whole life also.
Okay,
so
cool.
It's not really,
Yeah. Okay, cool.
So yeah.
Alright then, guys, that is our family tree in a nutshell. then I met him in 2015, and so I've become a part of his family. So I'm the girl in the family. There's 2 ladies that joined the family, so there's 2 of us, and then he's joined my family and he's become one of the guys in the family. So yeah, that's it. Let's answer questions.
Alright.
Tempo, baby, tempo. This guy doesn't have energy, guys. He needs to reach my level of energy.
What is the worst gift you've ever received?
Worst gift I've ever received. Oh my gosh, I don't want to sound cliche, but I literally love everything I get. I think because of my personality, my friends and family usually ask me what I want, and I'll tell them and I'll get the best gift. So yeah.
I think I've probably bought you many worst gifts.
Really? Like what?
I don't know.
I think you buy good gifts.
It should have been white, but okay.
No, you buy good gifts, love. If money was no object, what would you do all day?
Like watch sport.
Yeah, definitely.
Watch sport. All the sports that I like the whole day, and then talk about it.
Yeah.
And then, that probably would be what I would do.
Okay.
And then travel, because it's nice to travel. But travel to all the sporting events.
Okay. That's your turn.
What makes you laugh the most?
Oh, you must help me. What makes me laugh the most?
I don't know, Bonk.
Yeah, when I speak to my friends on the phone, definitely my husband is quite funny. I know it doesn't seem that way, but he is. He's very funny. So yeah, he makes me laugh. So my friends and definitely my husband make me laugh. But I love to laugh, so I laugh at anything, really. Yeah. And then
Nice juice.
what 2 radio stations do you listen to in the car the most?
It's obvious.
Can I answer? I know.
Mm-hmm.
You listen to 702.
Mm-hmm.
And then partly listen to 947. Definitely, yeah.
But now I'm getting into podcasts. They're much nicer.
Oh yeah. You've been listening to. So tell us about the podcast.
There's one in particular I like.
Where's your voice?
Legally Clueless.
Mm-hmm.
It's really nice. Yeah.
That's
It's really
nice. Okay, your turn. What do you think? Or should you ask me the question, and the question is about yourself, and then I answer it?
No, this format is fine.
Okay.
Would you rather win the lottery? Okay, you don't bet, so it's fine. How would your friends describe you? Which friends?
Which friends? I think my friends would describe me as a neat freak, very organized, want things to go in order, and fun. I think I'm a fun person. How would you describe me?
Your idea of fun is not watching sport. So,
But I do watch a lot of sport.
baby, we need to watch more.
No, guys, I watch a lot of, and I think people that know me would attest to the fact that I watch not at his level. I mean, he's a guy, but for a girl, I watch quite a lot of sport.
Oh, okay. So, what's your favorite sport then?
I really love rugby. So, I've never played sport because I was quite sick growing up. Sickly. I was quite sickly. Is that how you say it?
I don't think so.
I was a sickly child. I think that's how you say it. English is not our first language. It's not our mother tongue. So yeah. So I didn't get a chance to play sport, but yeah, I do enjoy watching rugby. I enjoy watching tennis. I enjoy watching the Olympics. I enjoy watching everything when the Olympics are on. I really enjoy that. And yeah, I do enjoy soccer every now and then. What's your favorite holiday?
Yeah, this is tough, and I think favorite holidays for people maybe who return to the same place.
Yeah.
I don't have a favorite
But
holiday.
I mean, we've
as in
gone
place.
to quite a few places. What was like the place where you were like,
The last
this
one
is
is always the best one.
really?
So I think Mozambique was really nice. because it was the last one we went to and I hadn't been there before.
Okay.
I think it's like that for me. It's not like it's because we never repeat places, and if we're going home to Eastern Cape then it's not a holiday.
It's not a holiday.
It's visit, I guess.
I think the holiday where we do go to like places, but one of my favorite holidays has to be when we went to Durban.
Okay.
We had a very good holiday there. I mean, we had been there a few times without each other, but when we went together, it was really nice. And when we went to Zanzibar, that was very nice.
Yeah.
Zanzibar was very nice. Yeah. Okay.
It was a good holiday. This one is obvious, but what's your favorite fast food chain?
Contrary to popular belief, KFC, guys, is not my favorite.
You don't believe me. You need more
Okay,
people.
guys, I love KFC. Yeah, I'll stick to KFC because you know what? I do love them. What's yours?
It's different ones. It depends. I don't think. Obviously, my fallback on is always burgers. And I think nobody makes better burgers than Steers, but the McFist is a really good burger that I like a lot. So,
Okay. So, I'm just sifting through the questions, guys. I want to get a really good one.
don't ask bad questions.
What did you want to be when you were small?
So the earliest memory I can remember is, but I was influenced because there's this guy who wanted to be like a CA accountant who came to live with us, and I liked the way he did things, and so that's the earliest thing I remember saying that I want to do. But it wasn't for any other reason than I like this guy, and he's doing this thing, so I want to be like him. So let me study the thing that he wanted. But probably now, like.
So you're living your childhood dream. Go on.
Yeah. Okay.
Now.
But now, I would want to do something I'd want to be like a sports broadcaster or something, like something like that. Yeah, I think that would be awesome. Not sitting in the office all day. Or listening to people's problems. Accounting is a lot about listening to people's problems. Half the meeting, most of the time, especially if you're working with a person's individual taxes or whatever, is listening to all rich people talk about their problems and pretend that you care. Of course I care.
You do care.
Yeah, I do care. If you're watching, boss, I care.
Okay, it's your turn.
Have you ever had a nickname, and what is it?
I judge, guys.
Not family nicknames, like from friends.
Oh yeah, I do have a nickname. My friends call me G or G's. So yeah.
Or Gisina. Or
Those are my work friends.
Or Gina. What?
Gina with the C.
Gina with the C.
Yeah. Those are the names. My friends.
Gina.
That's not a nickname. That's someone butchering
it's
my
not your
name.
So.
Well, it's someone butchering my name. A nickname is a term of endearment, and that's not endearment at all.
He's trying, I guess.
If you could hire someone to help you, would it be with cleaning, cooking, or yard work?
All of them.
All of it, I was gonna say. If you have anything to do with it, it would definitely be all of it. And for me, it would definitely be cleaning. Because I don't mind cooking, I mind cleaning.
You must do everything. You are.
Okay. Your turn.
How often do you buy clothes? Well, I'm there because I have to pay for something.
Actually, guys, I don't buy clothes that often.
Leave that question. How long does it take you to get ready in the morning?
I mean, it depends. It depends, but I would say an hour.
But the good thing now is that we don't share a car. So it doesn't matter how long it takes you to get home.
Yeah.
Because we're not even going in the same direction.
We're not going in the same direction.
It's going to be your problem. Like.
Yeah, I do take an hour, but I tend to sometimes slow myself down because I'll like walk out the house, like pick up stuff, and after getting ready for work, just before I walk out the door, just to make sure that everything is in its place, so that when I come back, I don't come back to a mess. So yeah, I take about an hour 30 minutes.
Okay.
Let's see.
I like this biscuit. This one is really nice. The one that you ate.
This is interesting. What song would you say best sums you up?
Yo, I don't know. I'm not that great with music.
I think so. I think I should ask you
I
another
only
question.
know like a few rap songs or whatever. You answer that question.
I mean, I'm also not. You know what happened? I used to listen to music quite a lot, but then you know when you get into a relationship, some things.
It's my fault.
No, it's not your fault. I just don't listen to music like I used to. I don't have time where I say. Also, guys, I don't know when I would be listening to music. When do people listen to music? Because when I'm driving, I actually want to listen to radio. So I want to like interactive talk radio. Well, I don't commercial radio, not talk radio.
They listen to music when they go out. I don't know.
We don't go out that often.
I'm the same people. I don't know.
Yeah. There's quite a lot of songs I don't know, but I do enjoy a good Adele, good Beyonce song. So all of their songs are my favorite songs. I don't think I've answered that question. Let's move on from it because we're not music heads. Who was your first crush? Don't say it was me. It was not me. Your first crush.
When I was a child.
Like when you, like the first time you realized that I have a crush.
I think it was a teacher, but then like you're a child and you like this. It was this English teacher. But, yeah.
What made you like think was she a nice person? Did she dress well?
Yeah. Cause I can't even put my finger on what it was. She was just. I think she was in her 20s. She was probably like a student teacher or something.
Okay.
And then she like. I wrote well, I think, or whatever.
Oh, so, wow. If they could see your handwriting now.
No, not like handwriting.
Oh, like okay.
I wrote this. So I had a big brother who used to tell me all these weird stories and whatever. And then whenever we had to write an essay, half the time I was biting his stuff and just putting it on paper. Because he was older, it sounded like this child is writing old content or whatever. Yeah. But it didn't come from me necessarily. He'd tell me something, then I take some of that, and then so we'd have a lot of conversation because of the writing. That's nice. So I think that's where the love came from, but she didn't feel the same.
Love, of course she didn't. Love even, that's intense.
Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
Oh my God. In 10 years, I see our business very successful, or like us running our business full time.
What business would that be also? Because you also want to do like a restaurant.
Yeah, so our businesses. So if this one takes off, obviously then it will mean that we can venture into
the accounting business.
Yeah, so if the accounting business really starts doing well, then that will mean we can like venture into different businesses. But I'd love to own like a boutique restaurant, like a small little restaurant. It doesn't have to be anything big. And yeah, that's my passion. I love to cook, I love to entertain, I love to host. So I'd really love to have something like that in 10 years time, maybe with a child. I'd love to have a child. And yeah, still with my husband, hopefully. I think we make a great team, so that would be nice.
Who else is there that you're planning with?
I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean. Yeah. So yeah, that's where I would love to see myself in 10 years, and I'd love
10
to
years
see.
is in 2031.
Oh, that's very close but far. Mm. What is the one thing you will never do again?
Wow. I can do it again. There's nothing that I regret to that extent, but said never do that again. Never do again.
Not needed.
There's nothing I've never. No, there's nothing I can think of to that extent. I haven't murdered someone or anything.
So for now, nothing.
Maybe, sure, the previous job with the other person. Maybe I wouldn't have stayed in that job for so long. But do again. Yeah.
Okay. It's your turn to ask me.
Alrighty. What was your first job? Do you remember? What was your first job? Like where you got paid?
The first job I ever did was to help my sister with
An audit.
an audit. Yeah. So they were doing an asset verification audit, and yeah. So I that was my first job. I was
Did
in
they pay you?
varsity. They did. I bought a
lot.
fridge. I was able to buy a fridge.
Like was it like a cheap fridge or expensive?
It was like a cheap fridge, but like I could buy it. It was
So your sister exploited you for
no. I could buy that fridge and like do a bit of groceries. So yeah, and it was only for 10 days or less, maybe 5.
Okay.
So that wasn't bad. It was not like a whole month's work.
Okay. Your turn.
What's the most interesting thing you can see out of your office or kitchen window or balcony?
Balcony. I think balcony.
Mm-hmm.
So I see lots of developments around. I think that's the most interesting thing for me because it means there's growth. You know,
Yeah.
people are starting families or buying homes, which means they're increasing their wealth. That's the most interesting thing. I actually like seeing new developments and people doing more. It also means that there's more people in the market to like bail and stuff.
Yeah.
When they come for
True.
or when they have businesses.
Yeah, that's
That's
nice.
nice, especially when it's previously disadvantaged people.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
And I also just to add on that, it's so great to see the amount of women, like black women, that are buying homes.
I actually think, to agree with you, a lot of black women are making very smart decisions.
Yeah.
You know, in terms of buying homes and whatever. And a lot of young black guys are making not so smart decisions in terms of prioritizing getting the flashy cars, but we're not gonna go into that.
No. But also, I suppose if it a wise man, Steve Compella, once said, "Go with your emotions. Do what your emotions. Do what makes you happy."
Yeah, but it's not an investment.
I know, but
10 years, 20 years down the line.
I know, but
that's not the conversation.
Yeah.
Let's find a tricky one.
A tricky one. Let's see.
I got back to that question. Who was your first crush? Steve Compella?
Definitely not. Asha? Yeah. Like I used to see Asha and Joe. The Joe Thomas, the singer. I used to think they were really hard. So those two guys, I was like, oh my god.
Wasn't Asha giving everybody STIs?
Oh please, I was a child. I didn't know that. So
no, it's
also allegedly.
It's now come out.
Okay.
None of us knew that. I think when we were young, every girl loved Asha. Your confessions too, and that.
It was hectic.
Everybody was like, Asha.
What 3 things do you think of the most each day? I feel like I'm picking the same questions, or am I not?
What 3 things
do you think of the most each day?
So, like functional things, like obviously you think about your family and their well-being, but what feeds that is how do you sustain what you have and how do you manage to acquire more? Then that speaks to economics. How can I, at work, can I, I'm always thinking of a new plan of how to negotiate for a higher salary and what can I bring in and what can I say now for my next appraisal and what can I offer them and say, and then it's also just in terms of what can we venture into now outside of that, so that it's difficult because of the background we come from. We almost lived hand to mouth most of our lives, so you want to create a bit of distance between where you come from and where you are. You don't want to be one paycheck or 2 paychecks away from being basically again, you know what I mean? So that's something that I think about. What did you want to be when you were small?
I wanted to be a doctor. I think we all did.
But I think the one thing you wanted to be
was to be an adult. That is true. Guys, I wanted to be an adult so that I could make my own decisions. Not that my parents were not making good decisions for me, but it always irked me that there was someone making this, and I'm so grateful for my mom and all the decisions she made. But yeah, I always felt like
you can make better decisions.
Not necessarily better, but I wanted to have the power to. And I love being an adult.
And how do you feel now about debit orders?
I mean, they're there. They don't upset me. Ha! They don't upset me.
They upset you. Debit orders upset you. Like you have a mood for paying for month end. That period of month end, you have a mood for it. It's called, all my money is gone.
No, but love, obviously when you go to work and you get paid, you'd love to have the money stay in your account just to watch it. But I don't necessarily think that debit orders affect me negatively. I do get
affect your bank balance negatively.
Yeah, and I get irritated by that, but I'm not upset. Yeah, because I feel like I'm happy to be paying for the things that I'm paying for. Yeah.
There's no bill that really pisses you off.
Nah, everything I pay for makes me really happy, and that's really, to be honest, I'm happy.
I think it's your turn.
Okay.
I wanted to take a bite.
I know what you're going to say, so I'm not ask that. What is the best gift you have been given?
It's stupid, maybe, I don't know. But I think the one thing that my parents managed to do for me was to get me through school.
That's great.
And
that's
if that didn't happen, I don't know.
Oh, that's so
I'd be a
sweet.
stripper.
Oh my God, no, please. Thank you. I'm so grateful to your parents. That's a nice one. And then, it's your turn. Yeah, do that.
What's your type of food? What's your favorite type of foreign food? From my friend.
Foreign food. What would we classify as foreign food?
Like Chinese, Indian cuisine and all that stuff.
I don't know. I'm trying to
Okay, but what's your favorite? I think it's probably there's an Italian influence because you like a lot of pasta dishes and
yeah.
It's Italian
and pizza. Yeah, so those are the things I really like. Yeah,
that's probably
so I would definitely say Italian. Yeah, and I do like African cuisine, but they did say foreign.
Yeah,
so say Italian. Alrighty, let me see. What was the last book you read?
I'm currently reading the book you got me. It's really interesting, I must say.
Yeah.
It's sad, but it's interesting.
Okay.
Yeah. All my friends are dead. What's the most unusual thing you've ever eaten?
I'm very picky with food because I eat with my eyes. I'd say because you don't like it. But I mean, for us Africans, it's not unusual.
For us Africans, except for me.
For most Africans, you're an African too. Like eating tripe is not unusual. Eating maotwana, what is it in Xhosa?
I can eat tripe, but I'm maotwana.
What do you call it in Xhosa?
Maotwana.
Chicken feet. No,
What is it?
I've forgotten what we call it in Xhosa, but maotwana.
But maotwana have literally. Maotwana are disgusting because you see the nails.
Please do not slander chicken feet.
And there's no meat.
Do you collect anything? Besides money, no.
No.
I think we're generally not collectors, you and I, where we use something for a period, and if it no longer serves a purpose, we can really easily get rid of it. Yeah. So I don't even think I love shoes, but I wouldn't call it like, I wouldn't say I collect shoes. I buy shoes to wear, and literally I can be done wearing them and I can give them away. So
that's it. It's probably like that thing where your parents were one way and you saw the thing and you become completely the other thing. Like, I don't mind throwing away anything.
Yeah.
Like, but my mom will keep anything.
Yeah.
Like, literally anything.
I know.
Like, she kept me. She'll keep anything.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
Alright, it's your turn. Then we're getting to our last questions now.
Okay, no, ask you. It's too difficult.
What?
It's not too difficult. It's just that it's gonna go down another road. I've asked you that one. Okay. Okay, list your 2 pet peeves.
Untidy spaces, number 1. Is that a pet peeve?
I don't know.
Or it's things that people do, right? But I mean, untidy spaces, I can't stand.
Our neighbors.
Can't stand. I can't stand anything that's, if something is not in its place where it's supposed to be, that I see. And then secondly, I cannot stand what?
Disorder.
Yeah, I guess that's my one thing, because that's speaking to the first thing. Yeah.
Let's do last 2 or 3 and then be done.
Okay. What's the longest you've gone without sleep, and why?
Without sleep? Oh, the one time I remember when I was really pushing it, I think it was during the 2014 World Cup, where I was...
do anything for sport?
I was, because of the time difference also, Brazil and SA, like the games were, I think, after 12 at night or somewhere around there. And then at the same time I was working and I was also studying. So I would literally work the whole day, then try and study, then sleep for like a few hours. And then study, watch a game, try and study some more, watch, go to work, like repeat cycle, like throughout the 2014 World Cup in Brazil. By the end of it, I was tired. I had energy drinks every day. I was tired.
That is intense.
That was bad. That was very bad. Would you say you are introverted or extroverted?
extrovert.
Mm.
I think, obviously,
What's the other one where you're a combination of the two?
yeah.
Is it ambi? What is it?
I don't know what it's called.
Uh,
We'll insert it on the video. I'm that.
mm.
Because if, like, I'm comfortable with the surroundings and the people around me, I'm very much of an extrovert.
But people who say that, then you would be introverted, because everybody talks when they're around people they are comfortable with. But extroverts just go off even when they're not comfortable.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, no, then I'm an introvert because I don't necessarily think I'm the life of a party. No, I make an effort if I know the people. So yeah, and I'm an introvert. Yeah. Okay, then your second last question. What's your fondest memory? The best I wouldn't say the best day of your life because I think each person has quite a lot of those, but your fondest memory, which could sum up the best day of your life, one off.
It's difficult, like you say. There's many things,
and
there's really many things that come up. I think I don't know, when I was young, there's a day, I don't know about how it works, but there's a day you remember to when you suddenly just woke up. I don't know what was called. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, you're a child, you're born, and you're probably not conscious. You're doing things, and then there's a day you become conscious, and then then life comes rushing at you. Like, there's a memory I have, but I was still a child. Maybe I was 5 or something, where that suddenly occurred to me. But at that stage, like, most of my family had already moved, and then I had stayed a little bit in Tat. I was one of the last persons at home.
That's your fondest memory.
You
love that memory.
Yeah, because I woke up and then I realized I was alive. I don't know. Before that, it felt like, I don't know. But it's my first memory, so it's fond, you know.
You love it?
It's my first memory.
I love it for you.
What's your fondest memory? You love it for me. So patronizing.
No, I'm not. I'd say, I've got so many.
Yeah, but one.
When I met my first niece, that has to be one of my fondest memories. I don't. Oh, it makes me emotional. Like, the feeling was just. Yeah, because my sister. Yeah, that's when my first niece was born. That has to be one of my fondest memories.
So when she tells you attitude now, how do you feel?
I'm just like, girl, but I understand. But I understand her because I feel like, I feel like she's literally just like I was when I was her age. I had a lot of attitude, my mom. So yeah, and then another one, obviously, with all my nieces and my nephews, my nephew, who I love very, very much, they all, because now they're gonna watch this and they're gonna think,
they were all fond.
They were all very fond memories, and my engagement.
But they said one. That's the thing.
Okay, and then who knows you the best?
That's obvious. I didn't want to ask that question because it's obvious.
Okay.
You just wanted to do that.
Okay.
Let me see. If you were ever the ruler of your own country, what would be the first law you would introduce?
Oof. This one is hard. This one is hard. I think there's so many things I've spoken to you about, and let me see. definitely the first law would have to be free education. I feel like there's so many people who want to go to school, and even though there's NSFAS, but even that is such, it's not as attainable as people think that it is. Yeah, it's not, it's actually quite tricky because there's so many things. First of all, you need to have had an ID. So there's some kids who go all their lives without having a birth certificate or an ID. And then you need to, like, there's so many things that your parents need to collaborate and work with you in order to have NSFAS, and some kids don't have that. I mean, I am sure it's become easier. I don't know, like, the intricacies, but yeah, it would just be nice, for like everyone who wants to go to school, for it not to be so difficult, and for possibly each province, each town to have its own university, so that people don't necessarily have to move to Joburg and they become stranded and they sleep under desks in lecture halls and don't have family support. So yeah, if we could have free education and access to that education, as much access as possible.
Amandala.
Yeah. And then your last question.
Okay, go for it.
Oh, what do you think?
Yeah.
If the question was...
I think I agree with that. Education is absolutely the most important thing.
Yeah.
In some spaces in the country, like, it's never prioritized because Abantu always think, no man, just join the family business or wake up and do something that's, worthwhile.
It's not that easy.
And but if everything feeds off a good education system, like, you can't even hold anybody accountable even in this country, because a lot of people are disconnected from the type of intricacies sometimes in the conversation. Like, for instance, personally, I've said to you many times that if you don't have enough information about a situation, it's ridiculous to ask you to vote on whether the decision should be taken or not.
Absolutely.
Like, if I have no idea about engineering or building and whatever, why the hell do you want me to have a voice about what type of foundation we're going to set up? So once you educate everybody, then you can sophisticate the country, because even like someone who wants to be a leader would actually have to answer real questions, and then people will be able to be like, that makes sense, or nah, that doesn't make sense. Whereas now it's just a popularity contest. It's a good one. Word.
And last question, what is your hope or aspiration for yourself?
Sure. I think we're on the right path.
Yeah.
It's just more of the same, and get efficient with certain things, get better at doing certain things.
Yeah.
So that we can maximize, like, we can operate it optimal, and just, obviously it's also not to grow just Tina, but also the wider family. If everybody could do well, it's going to alleviate some of the stress you have about having before.
Yeah.
Okay,
guys, that is it from us for today. I hope this has been a very good video and you enjoyed the content and how we answered the questions. And I hope now you know us a little bit better.
That was update.
What is that? If there's anything else that you would love to know, please comment down below and ask away, and I will answer all your questions gladly. Obviously, respect all questions. Guys, I'm so happy with how the channel is going currently. Like, it's building small, but I'm happy, and I'm grateful to all my friends and my family that keep on watching my videos and liking, sharing, subscribing. Thank you so much. And that is it from me. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And yeah, see you next time. Bye.